All right, so I have done a couple layers on here and it's still wet, but that's sort of how it's turned out. So I'm gonna set that over to dry, and I might do another layer after it's dry. We'll see what it looks like. But now for the sort of like using a form, and you can use kind of anything that's probably not, like if you want to take it off the form, anything that's not going to absorb the glue, so something like metal or glass. You can also make really sort of round circular forms if you blow up a balloon and then you let it dry on the balloon and then you pop the balloon, so you can make forms that way. And you can also, once the paper mache is dry, you can cut it with an X-Acto or scissors if it's thin enough. So you can also, like this, I have a feeling it's not gonna like just pop off, but I can take an X-Acto blade and sort of cut it in half and then piece it back together with a couple strips of paper mache. So that's my plan with this. We will see how it goes. So like I said, I can use like sort of some thicker piece of paper. Sometimes it's a little tricky to like kind of dip and like get all that excess off with the larger the paper strips you get. So that's kind of up to you. Like this is a little bit unwieldy, but it will sort of get on there faster also. So that is up to you to experiment with. But I'm just gonna place that around here. Fold those over. And then I can also sort of like tear pieces off as I go too. So sort of as I start covering too, I'm like looking for areas that are like, you know, like these sort of areas that were folded over, and I'm gonna look for ways to sort of smooth that out. So I might do like another one up here so that those edges aren't super, these sort of folded edges aren't poking out. Maybe I'll do that with some smaller strips. And then I'm gonna look and it looks like I'm like, it's kind of, I need some more here just to kind of like make it all an equal thickness. So I'm gonna put a couple more strips down there. so I'm pretty happy with the thickness and the smoothness with that. I might add a couple more little strips right up there just to kind of smooth things out. But I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry too. And then I will show you guys what they look like when they're all dry.